Hello, this is just a mercifully short video demonstrating how to manage submissions on the EasyChair website for track chairs at the SLS conference in York later this year. Now, I imagine quite a few of you will be quite familiar with the EasyChair system. It's been used by the SLSA for a couple of years now, and quite a few other conferences are using it as well. But if you do have any questions afterwards, don't hesitate to get in touch with me at the email address in the description for the video, and I can get back to you. So what we're going to cover is the management of submissions coming in, how to assign them amongst yourselves if there's more than one track chair, or assign it to yourself, and then how to make a decision about the paper and contact the author through the system. So that's what we'll run through. So to start with, after you've signed up and logged on, you'll come to this screen here, which shows all of the submissions in the track for which you're a track chair. Now, you don't need to log on and check this on a regular basis because you'll receive an email every time a paper is submitted. So don't worry about logging on just to check this. But when you get an email, you can log on, you go to submissions, and that shows you all the papers submitted to the track. Now, the first thing to do, and please do this even if it's just yourself as the chair of the track, is to assign a submission to somebody. So assign it to either yourself or one of the other track chairs. Now, the reason we ask you to do this is so we can see on our systems as the administrators who's dealing with what paper, and to see that someone is actually dealing with it and it's not just floating around in the ether. So the first thing to do is to log on and assign it. So you can either assign it to yourself, to another one of the track chairs, or to more than one person as well. But that just shows us that someone's seen it and is working with it. So for this purpose, I'll just assign to the top one here. So now we can view the submission and have a look at the abstract. So to do that, if you click on Information, and this gives us access to the submission. So the abstract will be here. If they've attached a document, that'll be here. Some people won't have attached documents and they'll be uploading a paper at a later date. When that's the case, you'll receive an email to say that a paper's been uploaded, and you can log back on, have a look at the submission, and then click at the paper here, which should be a PDF or a Word document. Now, the contact information for the author is available here. If there's more than one author, the corresponding authors will have ticks next to their name. So there could be one corresponding author with more than one, but that information will be on there as well. Okay, so now you've seen the submission, you've seen the abstract, you can make a decision about whether to accept it or not. So to do that, if you go on status, some other conferences have used the review function. We're not using the review function this year, so it's just entirely on status. So if you click here, click on the title of the submission, current decision, no decision, so you just click change, and then you can click one of these here, accept or reject. Now, when you make that status change, that does not send an email automatically to the author. So this does not contact the author directly when that decision status is changed. What that does mean is if you wanted to give a interim decision and send it to another one of the track chairs to have a look at, you could say have accept question mark, change decision, then go back to submissions and assign it to another chair to look at if you wanted to, for instance. So none of that process generates an email to the author giving them a decision either way. So let's say you do decide in the end to accept the paper. Change and accept. Now, if you want to notify the author of that, you need to either email them separately yourself, which is fine, or if you want to do it through the system, you can do it by going to the menu on the side here and email to authors, and then you can contact the author on their submission. And obviously more than one author if it's got more than one author. So send emails to selected authors. So you can choose to do it like that as well. Okay, so that's everything. If you've got any questions, do email me in the description. But otherwise, that's basically how we're dealing with the submissions, the assignment, and the updating of final decisions on the papers. Okay, thanks.